Hey guys, today we're going to be learning how to play Forever and Evermore by Nothing But Thieves. Alright, so what you're going to need is a guitar in standard tuning, so that's E, A, D, G, B, E, and you're going to need some distortion with it. Alright, so let's get right into it. The main riff that comes along is going to sound like this. Okay, so we'll learn that part first. So what you're going to do is place your first finger, the E string, on the 8th fret, and then you're going to place your ring finger on the next string below that, which is the A string, on the 10th fret, and then your pinky on the 10th fret of the D string. So that's a power chord right there. Here you go, down, up, and then what's next is, so you're going to go ahead on your G string, slide up to the 8th, and then you're going to use your ring finger to hit the 10th of the D string, like that. And then next, you're going to use that ring finger on the G string and hit 10 a couple times, and while you're going to do that, you're going to be bending up like half a step. It'll sound like that. So twice, 10, 10, both of them have a bend, and then you're going to use your first finger and end on the 8th. So that'll end that little position, so it should sound like this together, all slowly. And what you can do is you can slide down, you can add a little vibrato on it, so you can make it sound a little closer to the song. Alright, now the next part, it's going to sound like this. So you're going to go ahead and hit that same power chord twice, and you're going to hit that 8 and 10 just like you did on the first part. But the different part is you don't bend on the 10th, instead you're going to bend on the 7th, half a step bend. 2 times, and then you're going to go all the way down to the 5th and hit it. If you're confused on that, that's on the G string, just to let you know. Forgot to add that little part. And so that's literally played throughout the entirety of the song. So together, it's going to sound like this. Perfect. So now what comes next is a little build, and then you'll go back into it. So what you're going to do is play your first finger, 2nd fret, A string, and then middle finger, pinky or middle, on the G string of the 4th fret. And then what you're going to do is hit that a couple times so it'll sound like this all together. So go ahead and follow that strumming pattern. The only difference is that I either slid my pinky up from the 4th to the 5th, or I just added my pinky from the 4th to the 5th on the G string. So it should sound like. You're going to go right back into it. Alright, and then the next part sounds a little like this. All of this is power chords for this next part. You're going to start off on the E string, 8th fret, 10th, and then 10th on the next string. So it's going to be like. So that power chord shape that you had right there on the 8th is going to slide down to the 6th and then back up to the 8th. So just hold that shape, slide it down, and then up. So it'll be down, 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 slide up, down, down, slide up. And then you're going to slide out. And that same little pattern or little chord part is going to be for the next, it's going to be the exact same for the next 2 parts. this one starts off power chord again. Hold these power chord shapes. Starts off on the 4th. Your middle finger, next string, 6th, pinky, 6th string of the 6th fret of the D string. Just like that. And then you're going to slide down to the 2nd fret, 4th on the next string, and 4th on the next string. So altogether, those 2 parts should sound like this. My bad. So what you want to do is, instead of going from the 4th to the 2nd, you're going to go 4th to the 3rd. 4th down 3rd, up 4th. And then you're going to go all the way down here to your 1st fret power chord shape. And what you're going to do is slide down, drop your 1st finger, so this E string should be open. And then you're going to slide back up to the 1st fret into the power chord shape. And just like that. So all together it just sounds like. And then you can go back up, or this little lick will be included in the song. You can slide all the way up to the 15th on the G string. So like I said, slide up with your pinky finger, 15th on G string, and then you're going to go 14, 13, 15, 14, 12. And then on the next string, your D string, you're going to go 15, and then down to your 13th. Then you're going to hit 15 twice again. And then down to the 13th again. Then you're going to hit the 15th. Going to bend up. And then you're going to hit the 12th on the next string. And slide down. Alright. And so next is the little build up. It's pretty simple, however there's some layering parts. In the majority of it, it goes so it's all just on the E string. You're going to go from 3 to 1 to 4 to 1 to 6 to 1 and then to 7. Start again. And then if you like, you can add your pinky. And so it's just the same thing, just skip a string and then hit 2 frets up. So if I started on the 3rd, like we do, then my pinky would be on the D string of the 5th fret, leaving a space like 1 fret in between. It's the same strum pattern. I just played it slow there so you can understand. And then right back into the Alright, and now I think what comes next is some other layering parts. So there's definitely the so if you want to layer that on top of the, you're going to start up on your G string, 12th fret, 10, 13 to 10, 15th to 10, and then 16th being the last. There you go. There's also another section where there's some layering, where it's going to sound like... It's those same ones you hit, just without the 10. So it'll go 12, 13, 15, 16, 12, 13, 15, 16, and then the exact same thing just to key up. This is on the E string. I have a dead fret so you can't really hear the last note, but it's going to go 15, 16, 17, my bad, 15, 16, 18, 19, and then back into the... Also, this little buildup can be repeated down here. Just by hitting the 3, 4, 6, 7, and then you can also add your pinky to make it a little fuller before you get finally into the solo, which is the last part. So the solo is a little bit harder than the rest of the song, but if you were able to get the first lick down, then you should be able to get the rest of this. Alright, so you're going to start off with that power chord that we learned earlier on. Just the exact same thing. And then the next section, the next little part, is going to be... So it's the power chord down to... Power chord from 8 down to 6, back up to 8. So dun dun dun. And then the little part for this is... So you're going to start off on your G string, and you're going to go from just a step each fret down. So it's 4 frets starting off at the 8th fret of your G string. 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. You can slide up on the 8th if you'd like, just to add some flair. And then what you're going to do after that is bend twice on the 7th, half step bend. So all together, those two parts slowly should sound like this. Alright, the next part should sound like this. So, this one has 3 power chords in it. My bad, 4. So you're gonna go 8, 6, 7, 8. So then you're gonna go on your G string, slide up to 10th, and then have your... Then you're gonna bend that 10th while you also hit on the B string an 8 with your first finger. So keep in mind you're only bending your ring finger, which is on the 10th fret. So again, sliding up to 10th fret, and then you hit both of these strings, G and B. So your G is a 10th, and then your first finger, your B is an 8th. This is a full bend using only the ring finger. These 3 parts all together should sound like this. And then the final part would be so you're going to start off on the 6th power chord, and then you're going to slide up to the 8th, and then hit it again. And then you're going to start off on your B, on the 11th, and then you're going to go to your G, 10, and then you're going to go to the 8th on the G with your first finger. Then you're going to hit the 10th again on the G. And you're going to do a pretty nice bend. You're going to have your ring finger on the G string, 11th fret, and then your first finger on the 8th fret of the B string, and you're going to half step bend using only your ring finger. So it should sound like this. And then you're going to end off with a perfect. And that's the whole song. However, I did have one part where I added in. You can learn it if you like. So what it is, it's just a palm mute. You're going to start off on the A string, 15th, and then you're going to hit a 18th fret on the A string. And the next string, the D string, you're going to hit 17th, and then 17th on the G string as well. And then you're going to make your way back 17th, 18th, 15th, 17th. And then the exact same thing, just on the G string, instead of hitting the 17th, you hit the 16th. And then that is all. That's the entirety of the song. If there's any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know and I'll get right back to you. Peace.